Hello, my name is Reginald Matt, and I currently reside in the state of Georgia. I will address the following aspects and specific details regarding individualized education plans in the state of Georgia. Each state may have different requirements, and the process and personnel involved could be varied across the United States depending on the needs or services that are needed. Parent and guardian are required to be present during the meetings and then can give permission or deny services for the testing of the child. Welcoming parents, guardian, and student involvement is a priority within each IEP meeting. I was able to sit in and participate with my first IEP meeting recently, and each section of our agenda started and closed with a request of input from the student and parent. I do believe this is a valid decision because it gives the student and the parent a chance to change aspects so that their IEP is tailored and individualized to fit the student. The aspect that I will address will be the referral process. The referral process can be considered as one of the first steps of starting an IEP plan or team. Referral process can be to get the student tested for the possibility of a disability if the parent or school suspect that there is a need for it. However, parents and students have the right to reject referral for testing. If a parent accepts the referral, then the next step would be to getting the student evaluated, where the students will go through numerous of testing to help gather data that will be used and tracked and monitor in a way to monitor academic and functional achievement levels. This evaluation process is completed by a team of qualified professionals. The results of this evaluation will determine if the student is eligible for special education and related services that can be used in the learning environment. If your child is deemed eligible, the initial IEP meeting must happen within 30 days. Parents have a right to give consent before an IEP is formed and begin the services for each student. The last part of my video, I would like to address the many and extremely valuable components of an individualized education plan. As a student is deemed eligible, they are covered under the Individual with Disability Education Act, which is referred to as IDEA. IDEA is our nation's special education law, which gives them the rights and protection. Free, appropriate public education and least restrictive environment are required by IDEA. IDEA should and are required certain components such as child's present levels of academic and functional performances, explain how disability affects progress in the learning environment, annual goals that can be measured and tracked, description of progress will be measured or monitor reports throughout the year. So if that's quarterly by the semesters within the school, that should be listed within the IEP. Related services should be included as well. Classroom and statewide testing, accommodation, and modification should also be listed. Placement of general education classes, co-taught classes, or even resource classrooms should be present in an IEP. Dates, frequency, and duration of these modification or services should be listed for all the educators that will serve the student. And that also helps if case a general ed teacher has to miss out and gets replaced by a sub that day. The sub that's coming in to teach the student will also be able to view in the IEP lesson plan and see the services that still need to be serviced to that student.